Introduction to Questioning Reality. It's time to question your reality. Imagine a living room, middle America. People spend time, hang out, play. Maybe there's books, maybe there's games, maybe there's dominoes, maybe there's a fireplace. Maybe there's a chair for reading. Maybe there's a telephone, maybe there's a computer in the corner. Maybe there's a television, maybe there's a stereo. Maybe there's a pet. That room's empty now except for your observation of it. Imagine on the other side of the door, a toddler entering the room and what they might see and what they might be drawn to and what they might spend time with and how they may hurt themselves exploring more than once. Imagining a teenager going into that room. Your teenager, your inner teenager, coming on scene, looking around, something to engage with, something to be entertained by, something to create with, something to disappear into, something to be distracted by, something to connect with, something to disconnect with, a space to be in, a space to test boundaries, space for communicating and gathering. And we mature, as is this evolutionary process of unfolding, emerging, revelation, novelty. Imagine coming into that room as a mature adult. And how you might spend time in that room, what you might look at and feel. How it might be a relief to be alone in that space, resting in a chair, looking out the window, petting a cat, connecting with family, learning, sharing, anchoring. The room itself is the same room. The things that are in it, the possibilities. I'm beginning to understand, just barely, the idea that this reality may be like that room, depending on one's level of maturation. Let's say the expanse of their consciousness, their openness, their connection to an aliveness, a vital force, the vital force of the universe that emanates and captures and emerges and moves through us as individuals. And in that maturation process, we interface with this reality from very different perspectives based on our individual experiences. So someone may be sharing this reality with you, but playing with it in a way that a toddler might, or being in it in the way that a teenager would, or struggling like someone in their 20s, questioning like someone in their 30s, coming into some semblance of self, barely starting in the 40s, and the fragrance of the flower emitting in the 50s and 60s. But as we engage in this reality, let's be compassionate for the people we see sharing the space who don't see what you might be able to see, or hear what you might be able to hear, or tune in the way that you might be able to tune in. This is a request for compassion for yourself and for people in your environment who may be struggling with their perception of reality. So if there is a willingness for relief, what a beautiful opportunity to love and to share from the perspective of stillness, the perspective of come here, sit with me, let's be together, let's breathe. You're safe here by the fire. You're safe at my hearth. Breathe and be. And as we grow ourselves up, let's be compassionate for those that we are seeing that are having the opportunity to do the same. Namaste.